mic stand up. At 6'4", most people consider me kind of black. 6'4" is my credit score. Feels good to be on the stage again. The end of last year, I had major eye surgery to correct my lazy eye. Prior to that, I had a lazy eye. Got asked the same question every day. What you looking at? Worst part about it was losing a job. I used to teach first grade and they fired me. They said I couldn't keep my pupils straight. And I just taught them how to dot their T's and cross their I's. During my recovery, I had a routine checkup, and the doctor said I'm at the age where I need to get a prostate exam. Nah. He said to ease my mind, he would perform it for free because it's better safe than sorry. And when he put it that way, I decided that I really need to find a new dentist. That is not the cavity I want him to fill. So I grew up kind of poor. Everything my mom bought me came from the thrift store, even my toys. I'm gonna tell you now, if you love your children, do not buy them toys from the thrift store. But if you hate your children, do not buy them toys from the thrift store, because something's always broken or missing, and you're robbing them of a full childhood experience. For instance, what's that toy, the guy that had the arms you pull and make it real long? Stretch Armstrong? I had one, but he had no arms. I had Stretch Arms gone. I had Ninja Turtles with no shell. You know how mentally scarring it is for a kid to see a Ninja Turtle with no shell? Imagine seeing a firefighter rescue a beautiful blonde from a burning building and then taking her home to her husband, O.J. Simpson. Well, now that I got making fun of me out the way, I hope nobody gets offended by anything I have to say, because it is too hard being politically correct all the time, because people offend easily. You know, it's like people look for reasons to get offended. Like, I complimented my friend on their mustache. Next thing I know, she punched me in my face. I tend to eat healthy for the most part, even though it's hard, because most healthy foods don't taste good. But don't you hate it when you're eating something healthy? That's it. I actually ate some ginger today for the first time, and I did not like it at all. Still can't get the taste out of my mouth. And it's a shame, because she's a pretty nice girl. I met her out front. Leanne, you still here? Worst type of person in the world is a thief. Cannot stand a thief. You know, because you work hard for yours. And along comes some jerk thinking they can steal what you earned. You know, I thought I was running late for the show today, so I jumped in a car, sped up the road. Then I went to turn on the radio, and I realized, I don't have a car. And whose kids are these crying in the back seat? Well, parents, we got to do a better job raising these kids. Yeah. These kids today don't have any respect. You know, I had a kid bump into me earlier today, no apology, nothing, kept right on walking. I said, hey, young man, show a little respect. I said, excuse me. He goes, oh, yeah? What you gonna do if I don't, Desi? My vatos will mess you up. I got scared. I mean, I want to know why he was talking to me like that. Because he was Asian. So there's talks of a proposal to ban Uber and Lyft in California because they aren't wheelchair accessible. Yeah, so apparently a group of wheelchair people got together and decided that this was discrimination, and to quote, they weren't going to take it sitting down. Hey, personally, I see what's wrong with that sentence, but I'm just going to roll right along. I find it arrogant on their behalf to try to ban our ride source when they're on a ride 24 hours a day. And I don't want y'all thinking I got something against wheelchair people, because my favorite uncle is a wheelchair people. He was born that way. He was born without anything below the knee, so he doesn't have any foots. But he has a toe growing from each knee, and it kind of creeps people out. When I go places with him, I see people staring, and I hear people whispering, "He has a toe growing from his knee." I get mad, because that's my Uncle Tony. All right. Before I go, I just want to touch up on, the racial tensions that, in the air these days. And I think that we all could use a little more diversity. If you don't know someone of a certain ethnicity, don't judge them. Try to get to know them, try to understand them, because that can help us avoid so many misconceptions. One of the misconceptions I get from my non-black friends is they think that they can call me by a certain word that other black men are known to call each other. Now, some of us are accepting of it. Some of us will have you medevac to the nearest hospital. Personally, I'm accepting of it. It just depends on whether it ends with an ER or an A. But one day, one of my white friends called me by an ER, and I had to let him know. I jacked him up. I was like, "Yo, man, don't you ever in your life let me hear you call me brother." It's brother. Brother. Hey, I'm Titus. Thank you so much.
Does anyone else hate themselves for loving the Tony